Miss the NACDS Annual Meeting? Well, we're going to bring the annual meeting right to you. Thanks for joining us on NACDS-TV. I'm Sarah Solomon. More than 2,200 senior-level executives from chain pharmacies and supplier companies were in Scottsdale, Arizona for the highly anticipated NACDS Annual Meeting.
Without a doubt, all the industry leaders are here, and most importantly, the decision makers are here. So when you sit down in a meeting, you don't have to go back to your respective headquarters and huddle up and see if you have the resources to support the programs you're discussing, but you can really make meaningful decisions right there on the spot.
The phenomenal Phoenician Resort and Spa was home to this year's meeting. Attendees enjoyed a casual atmosphere, conducting their strategic exchange appointments outside and inside of the property. But there was nothing casual about their conversations. After all, this is where big business gets done.
The good thing about the annual is it's always at a level that's very strategic. You can have one-on-one meetings with various people across the industries and talk about a variety of topics, but it's a great way to get a pulse of what's going on in the industry, to find out what's on the top of everybody's mind at any given moment.
The NACDS Annual Meeting also serves as a platform for industry professionals to share ideas, discuss trends, and develop solutions for the latest healthcare policies that directly affect the 40,000 plus pharmacies across the country. NACDS is known for its spectacular speakers and entertainers, and this year's lineup was nothing short of impressive. Whether you laughed with comedian Jim Gaffigan, were inspired to reinvent yourself with television legend Jane Pauley, informed on the gridlock in Washington with former Mississippi Governor Haley Barbour, impressed by the innovations in store with futurist Peter Diamandis, or intrigued by the political insight from former Secretary of Defense Leon Panetta, the NACDS speaker lineup was the perfect balance of knowledge, information, and fun.
The big thing is it makes an enormous difference in the lives of the customers, the people who rely on them not only for the pharmaceuticals or the other kind of things that they sell, but also for counseling, for help. How do you use this drug? Or increasingly, they go looking for basic health care at a member organization of NACDS.
Connecting and sharing with each other, people who maybe don't see each other, but when they come here, to this annual event.
This is an organization that reaches into every community in this country. I mean, every community has a pharmacy, has pharmacists. This is really a neighborhood center for most communities, and you have the opportunity to reach into the grassroots of this country and really have an impact in terms of the issues you care about, but more importantly, in terms of what's best for this country.
Conversations around the recent passing of the Affordable Care Act were at the top of the agenda. The new policy is causing these top-level pharmaceutical executives to reevaluate the way they deliver cost, effective, and sustainable medication. GSK stressed the importance of collaboration during this crucial time of change. One way GSK is taking initiative is by educating patients on appropriate use of medicine and ensuring pharmacies are fully utilized. GSK sponsored this session, which stretched attendees thinking on this topic and more.
We're living in a world of extraordinary exponential technological change. We're going to start to see artificial intelligence, robotics, 3D printing, network sensors transform how we provide healthcare. And it's going to change how every drugstore, how every pharmacy does its work. We're going to start to see robots stocking the shelves, dispensing the pills. We're going to start to see the customers walking in who are being monitored for their blood chemistries, for what they eat, what they breathe. We're going to start to see artificial intelligence as an aid to every consumer on their healthcare decisions. We're starting to make the consumer the CEO of their own health. So how are you going to be prepared for that?
Well, you think about so much that's happening in our industry, in healthcare and pharmacy, and the fact that as an industry we can play an important role in the delivery of healthcare, and understanding and having the opportunity to talk to the key decision makers about the opportunities and how we can bring solutions to some of the challenges that pharmacy and healthcare faces. It's critically important.
As the government makes decisions to put the new healthcare law into action, NACDS is there, making sure its members' views are top of mind. At the same time, NACDS will continue to share insights with members about all the twists and turns along the way, in webinars, conferences, newsletters, and more. NACDS.org is your source for late-breaking information year-round.
To both grow our business and improve health outcomes in the U.S.
Another hot topic, millennials. As the largest consumer group, millennials are also the most demanding. As Johnson & Johnson executive Caitlin Papa stated, millennials' view on healthcare and well-being is very different than that of baby boomers. They resort to natural remedies for healing and take a more spiritual approach than medicine.
Millennials are a totally different, bag of wax. They're just, their path to purchase is very, very different. They use the internet, they use mobile apps, they look at reviews of products before they go into the store. So the way that we can influence them is so much different than how we were influencing baby boomers. So we have to basically go back to school and learn how to market and influence millennials very differently than we do baby boomers.
For millennials, health and wellness is an expectation. And for other generations, it was an aspiration to eat well, to live well. And millennials, it is absolutely anti to play the game. And so, as consumer packaged goods marketers go, we have to be very conscious of millennials' differences in their purchase behavior, where they buy. They're big e-commerce buyers, don't like to go to brick and mortar stores. So we have to think about where they shop, how they shop, to reach them to grow our businesses in the future.
Looking ahead to August, NACDS will be in Boston for the second annual Total Store Expo. Following last year's TSE, 92% of members said they would return to Total Store Expo in 2014. So make sure you register and join us August 23rd to the 26th and continue building business with some of the largest retailers and manufacturers in the world, all while seeing the newest products to hit the market. NACDS will be headed back to the beautiful Palm Beach, Florida, where more business will be generated, more ideas will be shared, and more connections will be made. And of course, NACDS will be front and center to bring you all the highlights. Thank you so much for joining us on NACDS TV. I'm Sarah Solomon. We'll see you next year.